Peace. Thank you for tuning in to Spears and Mics, where we talk about hip hop culture, knowledge, and the streets. I'm L1, and my brother Just P and Watt Slice are in the building with me, as always. Yeah, peace,
Peace.
peace and love, man. Yeah, man. I dragged the brothers in here for this episode. Like, not drag brothers in, but I wanted to talk about something that, like, a couple nights ago, I experienced. Like, I couldn't sleep at night, the whole night. Normally, I'll be easily knocked out, and I started thinking about some of my Zulu brothers and brothers from my community that have died. Because I'm not gonna lie, out in Long Island, P could say it. Verify it. There's a lot of brothers that died young. Where we from in Long Island? I'm originally from Brooklyn. But I moved to Long Island when I was 13, Huntington Station. And I don't know, it's a bad neighborhood, like, right? But a lot of brothers died young, and it wasn't even, not everyone died with violence, just freak things like car accidents, motorcycle, dirt bike type things, and the violence as well, took a lot of brothers out. In particular, just growing up in that neighborhood, seeing a lot of brothers die early, and a lot of brothers that was, love these individuals, we constantly see on Facebook and social media, like, yo, RIP so and so, like an anniversary will pass and it'll get me thinking about somebody. And I see that very often. And I think about brothers that passed in Zulu very often, in particular, brothers in my chapter or brothers that I was close with. And very often I think about Zulu King Emmett, from the Alien chapter. And I think about how, one of the last conversations I had with him, he wanted to bring our daughters together because they was like born like a week or two apart from each other. So like his BM and my wife went through like pregnancy around the same time, and we shared that moment because we were both, about to be 40 years old and be fathers for the first time. And that, for brothers that don't know, he was very dear to me. We was very close. And I think about him and like brothers like Drag from Z Gang, and brothers like O from my chapter, and the brother Zay who died at a young age. And I be just thinking about them so often, and I be having like survivor's remorse, like, why am I alive and they're gone? And I try not to think of it like that, but I be feeling like I count the blessings and I appreciate, being here. But I miss them brothers, man, and it's a hard pill to swallow when your loved ones go, at a young age, man. So just wanted to talk about them brothers, man, and get that off my chest.
Man,
Yeah. Monster.
Monster as well, for
Yeah.
real.
CJ.
Yeah, all the time, for real.
Even Zulu King Yoda.
Mm-hmm.
Um, even though he was an elder, but he was dear to us like a father figure for
Yeah,
many years to a lot of us.
yeah. TC
Um,
Islam.
yeah,
You know what I'm
yeah,
saying? Like,
yeah.
you
A
know,
lot of
um,
people.
it's a lot, yeah. Like, I think when I guess because our stories, right? Like all of us is it's a big body of us from so many different areas, and when we're all intertwined with one another and building and chilling and living life, like all of us, we was together like probably more so with each other, like more than our families. You know what I'm saying? Like
At a point.
you
Yep.
at a point in time, in our early 20s, like into our early 30s, we was basically like on some like every few days cooling, chilling, doing some Zulu stuff, whatever, meetings or, whatever, just wreaking havoc, whatever, you know what I'm saying? It'd be different reasons to be together. But it be hurting when you with somebody or you're used to communicating with somebody for so long and you can't pick up the phone no more and talk to the brother, or you don't even know like if his seeds are good, like it's, you know what I'm saying, like it's a bad feeling, man. You know what I mean? Like even like CJ's mom the other day like had posted something on my Facebook because she had seen like a Zulu logo for the chapter, and she was like, "Yo, CJ would have loved that," you know what I'm saying? And you know, when you know people's parents, it just makes it just amplifies it, like and it's a hard pill to swallow, man. Like sometimes I can't sleep when I think about it because I love them brothers so much that I mentioned. Even Monster, like I only knew him but a few years because he died when we was young.
Mm.
Like 2003, he passed away. So I
Mm.
wasn't even. I was just about to be like 23 years old at that
Yeah.
point, and I was one of the brothers that carried him in from the hearse. You know what I'm
I
saying?
wasn't
Into
even
the
here when he died.
right. You was in the military, I believe.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying
Yeah.
during that time.
Yeah.
You know what I'm
Mm.
saying? But that one hurt, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like I used to bump
Yeah.
into the brother on Parsons all the time, and his vibes and his energy was so official, you know what I'm saying? And a true Shaka Zulu at that, like the definition of a warrior. And
Yeah.
like that's the thing that gets me, right? Because a lot of brothers that I done did battle with in the field, like brothers would have easily gave their life for Zulu or gave their life for the brotherhood on the strength of our love for one another. And it's like I've been engaged in these times where we might have died in the field, and now that brother is gone, and it's like I'm just alive. Like that was my rider. Like he was with me. Like CJ, for instance, like
Mhm.
when the shit was real, he one of the first brothers I called, and I know like he was ready to go to the extreme with me, whatever it is. And not to say that I don't got a handful of brothers that's willing to do that right now, but just when you have somebody that's willing to do that or loves you that much, and now he's gone, it's like, I feel like I owe these brothers like my life or my time, you know what I'm saying? And then I look at it at a perspective where, all praise is due to Allah. My life is good. I don't need for nothing. I don't want for nothing. My food is filled, food in the refrigerator. The mortgage is paid. My daughters is got everything they need. Our home has everything. And it's like I wish these brothers were alive to experience success and live a great life as well. Um, but all I could do is continue to live as best as I can, for my family and for them, because that's my family as well, you know?
Right.
I appreciate that, yo. It's
Yeah.
a pretty good thing to bring up. As far as just me, real quick, I mean, I'm born in Huntington, and just my family. Like, I lost my mom when I was young. I lost a lot of family members but my mom. That coupled with like Pop and Al Boogie dying at like 15, 16, like early in the game. There's a couple people that died maybe like 14, 15, like maybe like four. Scat, he was mad young. He died. Killer, he was maybe like fifth. Q was like whatever how old he was. He was gone all before 18.
Mhm.
But my mom died when I was like 20, but she was like sick on the way out from like 18. So by the time I was 20, but that's a long time ago. I'm about to be 44. But from that point, I just always been, and even from that point, like me being in survival mode might have been my whole life. You know what I'm saying? So just being callous to like death is almost certain something that I kind of been used to. But what's crazy is that recently, like now that you're older and you're able to like even when I do like there's this thing where like I've lived by myself for a long time since like 16, 17 years old, right? And I might just look around, you know what I'm saying, at wherever I'm at. Like if it's a roof over my head, I'll just sit and appreciate that. But sometimes you just like when I do that now, especially after like prison, I just look back at a lot of people and that I've met that have died, and also the short time span. It was like 3 years in a row. It was like three different Zulus, like back to back for like 2 straight years. And to me, how I just I always like I just know like I got something to do. You know what I'm saying? And every day is like another chance to do that. You know what I'm saying? The other day, I had a dream that Biggs was driving. It's a friend of ours, Zulu King Biggs, and he just drove off into the fucking river with his kids and my son in the car. And then
Mhm.
I remember saying, "Yo, get out the car," to myself in the dream. But what if I didn't do that in the dream and just was like, see what this was? You know what I'm saying? I might have never woken up. So I just know, like, to me, I take those type of things like subconsciously and consciously. I have things to do and I have like a internal will to like get it done. You know what I'm saying? So I always kind of like reflect and kind of respect every chance I could get. You know what I'm saying? Even with like the bad habits and shit, like if I wake up the next day, then you know what I mean, every day is like, even if it's like a half an inch of progress type shit, that's better than the next.
Right.
And I'm okay with that. You know what I mean? But
Every day is a day to start over
right. And add
or
on,
correct something.
right? Because
Right. Add on and correct the wrong.
I don't always want to start over. I want to build, you know what I'm saying? But
Right,
I
right, right. That's what I
um,
meant. Yeah.
I know for me, just like kind of be in touch with like God in any type of form and being self-aware helps me a lot. And like again, being in touch with God and being grateful for whatever happens, you know what I'm saying? Whatever lesson, good or bad, that helps a lot. I don't know, like honestly, I don't know if that helps because it shows me something or it also lends like kind of like grace or like big like an investment in like spiritual karma bank. Because sometimes they say in like Christianity, just giving praise no matter what, that's kind of, you know, it'll those blessings will come back. So I don't know if like just thinking about those and giving thanks will bring something back, or does it bring back because I'm reflecting myself and I'm able to look at the whatever and then keep it going. But either way, both whatever reason, the outcome is beneficial for me. But it's hard. And then you have like today, like this isn't like we're in our 40s again, when you know people that died at like 15, 16, some people died,
Mm-hmm.
you know what I mean, in their 30s and 40s. So it'd be like it's hard. And then this is like the latter half of life. Like, even though we're young, we're not young. You know what I'm saying? So all those things, all those. But I don't have it like you, L. Like you looking back on like yeah, like a lot of people. You know what I'm saying? A lot of different friends. A lot. It's sad. Like chaotic was a good dude, and
Yeah.
it's gone.
Yeah.
Shalimar was a good.
Irv.
Yep, Irv was a good
Irv.
dude, gone. And then
Yeah. Yeah.
one thing I
Yeah.
look at, I always look back. When's the last time I seen them and how we interacted? Which is why I always try to keep it
Mm-hmm.
cool with people because you never know. I mean, I can't tell you the last time I seen Lorenzo. If I would have known that'd be the last time I seen him, you know what I'm saying? And he's gone.
Mm.
Lou, we
That's
was
a
with
good brother right there too.
hard body. We was with Lou eating pizza, and then he was out of there like 2 weeks later, yo. Like and no, and me sometimes I'm in my own world, high and by. You know what I'm saying? But I try to keep like some level of like not integrity with it, but just like respect. You know what I'm saying? Because you never know when you never see these people again. You know what I'm saying? Um,
Mm-hmm.
it's crazy,
That's a
and I
fact.
always out because I mean I'm the person that I've never like the whole neighborhood. All my friends took care of me. I was always like the latchkey kid since forever. You know what I'm saying? Very few people have seen my mom, knew me. All my friends basically know me as being on my own. You know what I'm saying? I very that's like younger. Like I've been so like I just whenever I could help, I try and help because a lot of people help me. You know what I'm saying? GS asked me today why I let the dude someone sleep on my couch, and I'm like. You know what I'm saying? That's the least I could do, yo. It's one night. I got the space. You know what I mean? He's not gonna fucking move in, and he could be as corny as he wants, but you know what I'm saying? He needs that, and I remember when that was done for me. You know what I'm saying? Even though, like,
Mm.
you know what I'm saying? He could be whatever age. Yet some was like, yo, he too old for that. But, nigga, if you need help, you need help. You know what I'm saying? So I just found that, and
Right.
for
Right.
me, that's helping someone, and that's also helping me. You know what I'm saying? So I just try and do the best I can, no matter what. You know what I mean? Because it's hard out here. And people are dying, crazy.
Right. Yeah. You know, taking that person in. you might have saved them from getting
Yeah.
robbed and killed in a park, sleeping
Mhm.
on a bench, or
Yeah.
Or
getting
for
hit
them,
by a
from them
car on a
doing
late
something,
night. Right. Or
from them
yeah,
doing
them just
something to
being
somebody.
right.
Yeah,
That
yeah.
too. Yeah, feeling desperate. Like, yo, let me just run up in this crib and little heist or something and whatever. Like people get desperate. Desperate measures, make people act crazy. You know what I
Hmm.
mean?
It's not like you could be like, oh, I could play around all night until the sun come up. That could be the longest night of your life because it's not like if you have no place to kind of rest and reset, you know what I'm saying? You could be you could be sick, you could be asked out for hours just waiting on something. So it was not it was the
Yeah.
least I could do. He was locked out until the morning type shit. So you know what I mean? And that's better for me. You know what I mean? That's the least I could do. You know what I'm saying? But things like that, yo, and being in touch with whatever type of spiritual side. And the shit is crazy that like just for me, I be knowing the stuff I need to do. Like you kind of hear it in your internal consciousness, in your conversation. You know what I'm saying? So I kind of listen to that and try and work on that. Because now lately, like how you couldn't sleep, that be my internal conversation. Like me, I live alone. I damn near pray as hard as I can because that could be it right just going to sleep. So like I just try and do the best I can because it's definitely hard nowadays, yo. Definitely.
Yeah, it is, man. I'm grateful to, be here at 45, seeing so much young ones. I remember just being younger, going to so much services, man, like
Oh
for
no.
like dudes in the neighborhood, like BS.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? Bandit, you know what I'm saying? And listening to his father sing at his services, man, to hear like a young man, like basically his father's still a young man
Yeah.
singing for his son who's dead. That shit brought tears to my eyes, man. And like all that pain and drama and craziness that we've experienced in the hood be kind of haunting me and just feeling like, yo, cause like one of the best things like my wife be saying like yo when you moved up out of Long Island it was like a lot of blessings and you grew a lot like as a man, you know what I'm saying, because a lot of that hood shit be like an anchor that shit weighs you down. You can't even grow or act accordingly based on your trauma or your PTSD or your experiences or just the negative energy that surrounds you at all times where at any given moment you might have to jump out on somebody and do like something heinous, you know what I'm saying, to defend the organization, defend your brotherhood, whatever it may be. And when I was able to move out of Long Island and move to Yonkers, um, my phone stopped buzzing because dudes already knew I was an hour away or more. You know what I'm saying? Like, so they knew, like L trying to get his life together. He trying to be married and have a family and all of that. So it was a big blessing. And I think that's important for anybody that's listening. Don't stay in a little box. So, like if you're from a particular area in Queens, Brooklyn, Long Island, the Bronx, Manhattan, move out of your comfort zone, move out of your immediate area. Like, you know what I'm saying? That way you might meet some new people or have a new energy and you don't gotta get like trapped into all the drama that goes on in the neighborhood. Really best to keep it to yourself as you get older anyway. You know what I'm saying? Because you really don't need no new friends. Just focus on making your money and elevating. And that's probably the best thing you could do, you know?
That's crazy you say that because I moved out of Huntington when I was 19, right? I left, yeah, when I was 19. And I mean, I was Zulu then and it was on fire then, but it was kind of like the beginning, you know what I'm saying? Because like I think like
Hmm.
'05, '04, '03, y'all was going crazy those years, yo. I remember I think one year when I went to Atlanta and y'all was just in drama. I think that might have been '05 where y'all was just in drama. So I mean, even though I've been in a lot since I moved out, it wasn't like hereditary because I grew up in Huntington. Oh, you know what I mean? There's P. You know what I'm saying? It's like it was more. It wasn't the same type of thing. Like where you had like how you guys beef for almost 10 years with the same people for like almost like a good amount of time, yo. that doesn't, I've never experienced that, you know what I'm saying? Because out here I live completely different people. There's more different areas I could be in. So that also helped a lot is me moving out and kind of meeting different
Mm-hmm.
people. I got to be able to pick and choose what I wanted. You know what I mean? I get to, kind of build my life. And then what's interesting is I look all around, not just with Zulu, but just look at people that kind of still lived in Huntington and how they turned out. You know what I'm saying? Some people turned out real well. Like Nick turned out amazing, you know what I'm saying? Where other people that kind of, and even he kind of moved away out the hood, kind of. But it's almost like it's just strange how like people like definitely be in that box, especially in a small town. And it's just how it is with like small town mentality, yo. Huntington had y'all work for the
Yeah.
town, y'all have someone that you went to high school with, be your baby mother, and it'd be generations and generations of like the same four families where they're almost related to
And
each
the
other.
dude
It's
that'll kill you be a dude you went to the sandbox that you played in the sandbox with too. You know what
crazy.
I'm saying? Like, I mean, that's typical shit everywhere, you know what I'm saying? But I don't know, man. Like, it's I just want to, say I'm grateful to be here right now, living a peaceful life, a positive life, a family man's life. But I also want to say that, I didn't forget none of the brothers that passed
Word.
away early. You know what I'm saying?
Oh,
Whether it be the elders that, they even though they were elders, they still passed on because it's never a good time to go. You know what I'm saying? Unless like, maybe if you're 100 years old and you lived a life and seen it all and did it all, but you're always, it's never a good time to go. And I appreciate all those that, we lost, whether they were young, whether they were middle aged already, you know what I'm saying? Because when none of us are promised tomorrow and Allah knows best, like any one of us could go. So me personally, when I see brothers, I try to appreciate them wholeheartedly, you know what I'm saying? Live in the moment, you know what I'm saying? Take pictures with your brothers, enjoy it, you know what I'm saying? Cherish moments because anything is possible, man, For real.
man, rest in peace, yo. Rest in peace to everybody. So,
Well, for real. Yeah, definitely. Definitely, man. RIP to all the Zulu brothers, all the brothers from the communities that have gone early, you know what I mean? And don't let the guilt eat you up, just be successful, strive for the, the best life that you could possibly live. And, just remember your loved ones, you know what I'm saying? Hold on to good memories. You know what I'm saying? Whether it's your family, whether it's your crew, whether it's the gang, whatever it is, you know what I'm saying? Word, man. Peace and love, man. Thank you for tuning in to Spears and Mics. Salute.
Peace.